Hi guys, my name is Christine, and today I'm talking about negative thoughts while manifesting, and basically what to do if you are experiencing negative thoughts while you are trying to manifest. So, if you get negative thoughts when you're manifesting, one of the best things that I've personally done in my life for a while, for quite a long time, is whenever I get negative thoughts, it doesn't matter if I'm trying to manifest something or not, right? If I write them down, if I write down basically what's going on in my head, it makes them make more sense, it makes things a little bit more clearer. And also, what it does, it usually makes me feel less intensely about those negative thoughts, because usually I look at them and I see, okay, actually, these negative thoughts aren't as bad as what I thought they were, or the things that I was feeling negative about suddenly become less intense, and I'm like, oh, I'm just being silly, things like that. So one of the best things about writing these down is that first of all, it gets you out of your head, right, and it gets you to put it on paper, and it kind of helps you get it off your chest, essentially, right? So that's a great little practical thing that you can do right away if you're experiencing negative thoughts while you're manifesting. It could be like when you're trying to visualize, or you're doing some kind of like manifestation meditation, right? Or it could be that you're just dwelling on the things that you're trying to manifest, and you keep on coming up with negative thoughts. Okay, so another thing that's going to help as well is if you focus more on your feelings rather than your thoughts. Okay, so what's more important in the law of attraction and trying to manifest and things like that is that your feelings are much more important than the thoughts that you're having. So as long as you can get yourself to feel good the majority of the time, you should be fine with manifesting the things that you want. Now, obviously, if you have lots of negative thoughts, that can affect your feelings, obviously, okay, which is why it's a good idea to write them down, okay, because then it helps you feel less intensely about them, it helps you get it off your chest. But even if you do have negative thoughts, and you can get yourself to feel and get in a good state of mind, you know how to make yourself feel better, basically, when you have like these negative thoughts. Because sometimes, we wake up on the wrong side of the bed, and that's just life. Sometimes something happens and it makes us feel sad. It's just one of those things. Sometimes negative thoughts are just there, and there's not really much we can do about them, right? It's just part of life a lot of the time, right? And sometimes if you've had negative thoughts for a long time, it can be like this chatter in your head that's kind of like constantly there almost, right? But the good news about that is that you can change those thoughts, right? As well. And you can change the way that you feel, right? So as long as you know how to make yourself feel good, right? So just think of like the things that make you feel good. Just think of the activities that you do that make you feel good, okay? It could be when you're around your pets. It could be when you're around your best friend. It could be when you're with your lover, your partner. It could be when you're with a certain family member. Just try and do some more of the things that make you feel good, and that should help with your negative thoughts, right? And it should help combat that energy, basically. Because what you're really trying to do here is you're trying to raise your vibration, right? And that's one of the best ways you can start manifesting in your life, right? Is if you raise your vibration. And if you've got lots of negative thoughts, that's obviously lowering your vibration. So if you can raise your vibe by your feelings, you can do that by doing things that you love, hanging out with people that you love, right? Things that make you feel good, okay? So if you're having one of those days where you're getting loads of negative thoughts, first of all, don't judge yourself on it. Happens all the time to a lot of people. It's nothing, we all have bad days. It's okay, right? So don't judge yourself on that. Don't judge yourself too harshly. And just try and do something that makes you feel good, right? Just accept that, yeah, today I've had a lot of negative thoughts. Accept it, let it go, right? And just try to, start the day again in some way, or do something, at least one thing today that makes you feel good, that makes you feel a bit better about yourself, okay? So going back to something I've already said, which is not to judge yourself too harshly, right? Whenever you get these negative thoughts, it's okay. It's okay to have negative thoughts. You're not going to ruin everything for yourself if you have a negative thought, okay? Because like I said, feelings and your vibration, basically, and how you're, that essence of how you're feeling is way more important than any negative thoughts that you may be having. It's so much more important. So that's the thing that you got to focus on the most, okay? One of the things that's helped me is being able to transmute negative thoughts into positive ones. So you could, now that you've written your list basically of all these negative thoughts that you're having, you know, it's a good idea to question them, because now you've got them down on paper, you can actually look over them and you can ask yourself things, well, is this true? Or is there another way I can look at this? Is there another perspective? So if there's one that where you're judging yourself too harshly, so let's say you have a belief that you're ugly, right? And that was one of your negative thoughts today. Like, oh, why am I so ugly? And let's say you're trying to manifest a partner or something like that. You got to question that. Is it true? Have people been attracted to you in the past? Have people said to you that you have nice hair, or you've got nice eyes, or they like the way you dress? You know? Because they're having that bold statement of, I am ugly, right? First of all, it's very one-dimensional because you're coming from yourself. And yeah, it may be true that people have said to you before that they don't like the way you look. But I'm sure there are people who have said the opposite of that too, right? So therefore, it's not 100% true. So if it's not 100% true, then, well, it's not true then, is it? Right? Okay? So think about the negative thoughts that you're having. Look down on the list of the negative thoughts that you've had and question them. Well, maybe one of your negative thoughts are, I'm so stupid. Okay, but again, question it. Am I? And you think, okay, well, I did actually get a good grade when I was at school on this subject. Someone was really, happy when I helped them out, and they was like, oh, you're so clever. Oh, thank you so much for figuring that out for me. Even if it was something simple as like helping your grandma figure out how to use a Fire Stick or her Alexa machine or something like that, right? So it's a good idea to question these thoughts, because if you can get other perspectives on it, other perspectives apart from your own judgmental one, and actually think, okay, yeah, I have done this, I have done that, right? That helps, right? Helps you prove that actually your statement about yourself isn't true. Okay, one of those things might be perhaps you're trying to manifest wealth. You're trying to manifest more abundance in your life. And one of the negative thoughts that have come up for you is, I'm never going to be rich, or I'm never going to have a lot of money, or I'm never going to feel abundant. I'm never going to be financially free. Right? That might be one of your negative thoughts that you've had while manifesting. And if that's the case, again, question it. Right? It could be like, well, hang on a minute. I'm sure there are people that have been poorer than me, have had worse circumstances than me, and have become rich and have become wealthy. And it's true, people have, right? No matter what kind of background you're from, I'm sure there are people who have made it and have become financially abundant and have made more money for themselves. And they've been in the same set of circumstances you have, or worse, right? And if they can do it, then so can you. So again, it's all about just having a little bit of a reframing and questioning these negative thoughts that come up. Right, and I get an idea, like you go through your list of all the negative thoughts that you've had that are bothering you right now, and combat them. Try and make an argument against them to say why they're not true. But you could even write like a little essay on it. You don't have to, but you can write a little sentence basically, like how like you can write. Well, so let's say you got a negative thought, right? You write the negative thought down. And then underneath it, you can put, why is this not true? Right? And list all the reasons why it might not be true. Okay? And that will help as well. It'll make you feel less intensely about it. It'll help you to look at it from a different perspective. Okay? And sometimes that's all we need. Okay? But it's important that you do not judge yourself too harshly. It's okay to have negative thoughts. Just because you've had a day of negative thoughts, or you've had a week of negative thoughts, or a year of negative thoughts, doesn't mean you can't manifest the things that you want in this life. Okay? So the last thing that I want to put across to you, which is so important, right? This is the epitome basically of this whole video and what I want to address to you and try to express to you. And that trying to manifest things in your life is supposed to be a fun game. It's supposed to be fun. And if you're getting too worried about these negative thoughts, then you're taking it way too seriously. It's supposed to be a fun game that you're playing with the universe or God or whatever it is that you believe in. It's supposed to be a fun little game. Okay? Like, I wonder if I can create this for myself. Right? I wonder what I can do today to help make this thing a reality. Right? And then you sort of daydream about it, and that feels good. Doing all those things that you hear about in The Secret and things like that. It's supposed to be a fun little game. It's not supposed to be something that you take really, really seriously and you try really hard at. It's just supposed to be a fun little game that you play with yourself, and it's not to be taken so seriously. And if you become more lighthearted when it comes to manifesting, you're probably going to manifest the things that you want much quicker because you're not taking it too seriously. You're not taking yourself too seriously. You're not taking manifesting too seriously. You're just having fun with it. You're just enjoying it. Right? So try and find a way that you can enjoy this process more. Because if you're getting worried about your negative thoughts while manifesting, it's probably that you're taking it way too seriously. Okay, even if you're trying to manifest serious things, the game of manifesting is not supposed to be serious. It's supposed to be fun. Because remember what they say in the law of attraction and The Secret, right? You got to feel good, right? And what's more good than feeling like you're playing a game? Okay, I don't know if any of you play video games, but if you've played video games before, you can kind of treat manifesting like a video game. Like, oh, I wonder what I can manifest today, right? Even if it's something small. I wonder what games I can play with the universe to see if I can, get into alignment, see if I can find maybe like some money on the street or something like that. So I wonder if I can do that today. And you just sort of play a game. You play a game with the universe. And you kind of keep it fun and lighthearted. So don't take it too seriously. And also don't worry if you get negative thoughts. Everyone gets them. It's not that you can't be negative thought free a lot of the time. Okay, there's very few people in the world. I'm sure there are people that can do it, but there's very few people in the world that go through their lives with no negative thoughts. Okay, right? So don't judge yourself too harshly on it. It's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to have negative thoughts. And just remember to just try and have more fun with manifesting. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally, or you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.